I'd love to hear about, the impact that you think blockchain will actually provide in terms for a better society. You talk a little bit about anti-money laundering, and also financial education for the public. So how is blockchain going to make an impact to the community or to society?
Yeah. Look, blockchain is not the solution to everything, and that's something, even as the head of the OECD's Blockchain Policy Centre, very, very clear about, that we want to make sure that their technology is deployed in the right circumstances. It's not just used as the current buzzword to get attention for particular projects. That said, there are some very good uses for blockchain technology, and we're quite excited to explore those, both seeing how they're adopted by industry, but also how the governments can also use them to reach their own policy objectives, so as a tool for governments. In terms of, the particular issues and use cases that we see kind of coming to the fore. We see, obviously, as I said, financial services, supply chain management is another big one, public administration, so government services, and fourthly, digital identity. That's a really big one, which really cuts across all blockchain projects that we like to see what the implications are for that.
And so just can you give us a little bit more example in terms of how digital identity will actually impact, or a use case in terms of will impact society?
Yeah. So digital identity using a blockchain has the ability to really allow us to have a much better understanding of how our data is used online and how the value that that data actually represents can be better controlled by the individual user. We're seeing at the moment, as you know, a fairly significant public debate around whether we've gone too far with privacy or moving away from privacy, and whether there needs to be a shift back, and blockchain offers a way of giving all of us a much better idea of understanding how is our data used. When we do searches online, for example, how is that information being used and being monetized, and just having a clear understanding. At a more simple basic level, we see a lot of initiatives in the e-government space, so health records, driving licenses for at the moment we have lots of disparate databases holding these different pieces of information. Increasing globalized world where you might move around from one country to another quite frequently, having a common database and being able to share that information as you move from place to place offers a lot of utility, I think, for citizens.
Yeah, and I agree with that, because I think it starts in one's own nation, but it's good to hear a global organisation like the OECD is actually able to still, be able to set regulations that is good for multinationals, because I've lived in 4 countries, or actually 5 countries myself, and so my information is probably in all these countries. Not that I'm hiding anything or anything, but yeah, I do see a value in terms of needing to standardize all these information as well.
No, I think that's a very, very big part of it, and it's something where at the OECD we're really at this sort of exploration stage. So first, I think top priority is really capacity building. So helping both our staff at the OECD, but also the governments that we work with, have a better understanding of what the technology can do, what are good use cases for it, and what also are situations where we shouldn't be applying blockchain, because understanding each of those is actually quite important to knowing, when is this the right tool, and what are the downsides, and what are the opportunities it offers. So capacity building is a big part, that we do in addition to the policy research work.